G'day. So I wanted to talk to you today about trying to add into this old dog a new trick. I know, it's tough. A modern shot in the game today. Nothing more modern than the open stance backhand. This is something that has been definitely growing and growing now that all the pros are doing, and I find to be one of the toughest shots that I can try and do. One of the advantages of doing this shot is placement in the court. I can get over there, step out, hit the shot, get back to the centre so that I have a bit of a chance for my next shot or next play on what's going on. If I don't do this, I end up having to step and do the old school sort of backhand. I step across, then I have to step my left leg across and then push myself back to get back to the centre of the court. Extra steps are bad for this old guy. The main thing I've noticed when doing the open stance backhand that I've learned over many mistakes, and trust me, there's been many, is the first thing is I've got to try and keep my legs a little bit more bent than normal. If I don't get my legs down, I have no push off and no power on the shot. I've got to keep the legs sort of a little bit bent, and as I step across there, sort of push up with my left leg and get that shot back and through, and it gives me a little bit more power. On top of that, with the push off, and because it's open stance, it pushes me off and get back to the center of the court and good court position for the next shot. The second thing I've noticed with my backhand, and this is a little bit of a weird one because I have heard of guys with a two-hander that you don't use a lot of left arm on the shot. Your right arm is your main dominant arm and your left arm just guides with the shot. But I've found that with the open stance, if I use a bit more left arm, still both hands together, but use a bit more left arm to come through on the shot, I get a lot more power and control. If I try and do an open stance and have the right arm sort of dominate more and the left arm just follow, my racket head seems to go everywhere and I lose control. This is very important when it comes to getting back to the center of the court and also keeping the depth. Because I'm using the left arm to bring it through and maybe even a bit more height over the net, so for topspin to get it deep. If I can get some sort of okay shot on that, I think I have a bit more of a chance in winning some of the matches. One thing to train this, but it's a second thing to get it in your mind that becomes natural in the shot. If I start to think technically about what I'm doing while I'm playing in matches, I tend to sort of miss a lot of shots. So it's not something that I just go into practice and just hit shots and go, yeah, I can do this, because like I said, it's very different once I get into the matches to play and put this shot into play, because I'm thinking about it and I'm not thinking about winning the match. But the more I do it, hopefully the more natural it's going to come. If you guys have ever tried to do an open stance backhand and have any ideas on what you think I can add to make my open stance backhand better, please leave it in the comments below. I would really love to hear what you have to say. Don't forget to grip it and rip it. See you out there. Thanks for watching.